Hello everyone. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to complete the self and peer review assignment on Blackboard. You may or may not have received an alert from Blackboard that you need to complete a self and peer review. Either way, what you need to do is click on Portfolio Paper 2 project, open the Unit 7 Learning Activities, click on the assignment, Critical Bibliography Self and Peer Review, and again, use these dates. Once the evaluation period has begun, evaluation dates, once the evaluation period is open, you click on View Complete Assessment, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see Evaluations. You'll see two links. One is your own, that you'll do a self-review, and the other is an anonymous user, and you'll complete both of these. Now, it doesn't matter which one you do first, so let's click on the self-review. And you'll see question 1 of 7. There's a little row of tabs that tell you which question. And where question number 1 is selected, you come down to criteria completion status. You'll see the criteria. Most of these are yes or no. Did I type the citation for the article in the correct format? Did I add the general topic? And here's an example of what this should look like. You can assign as many points as you think the entry deserves. So, for example, this particular criteria is worth 2 possible points. And then you can leave feedback. You can give something encouraging. You can tell the person they need more information. So for example, for this class, we're also supposed to add the name of the publisher. So you might say something like, who is the publisher? And maybe you can assign 1 point for that. Give them partial credit for that. Save, and next question. Now, notice question 2, which is about the summary paragraph. There are several criteria. There are 5 criteria. There are 5 questions that need to be answered by this paragraph. If you go back to question 1, you'll notice it only had 1 criterion. So let's go back to question 2. There will be 5 separate criterion. The first one is that I summarized the citation information, including the topic. So if you think they did everything they need to do, you can just give them the full points. Save, and next criteria. That's criteria 2 of question 2. Did I summarize the information about the author, especially my conclusion about their expertise? So let's take a look at this. So let's say maybe they needed a little more information about the author's education or something. This is just an example. So maybe give them 2 out of 3 points for this criterion. Save, and next criteria. And you'll do that all the way through. I'm just going to pretend everything else about my sample is perfect. Give them 3 points for this. Save, and next criteria. Criterion 5. You'll do that all the way through all 5 of these criteria. And when you click Save and Next Question, that takes you to question 3. Question 3 has 4 criteria. You'll do that all the way through until you finish all 7 questions, and then you can either go back and check what you've done or check your comments. Maybe you change your mind, and when you're all done, you'll click Submit. After you click Submit, it'll bring you back to this page, the assignment page, and if you look where it says Evaluations down here at the bottom of the page, the self-evaluation status completed, points allocated 42 out of 50. Now you'll repeat the process for the anonymously assigned peer review. You'll do exactly the same thing. And when that's finished, check and see that it says status completed. Once those due dates have passed, there's nothing I can do to change the due date. So make sure both of these say completed before the end of the evaluation period. It'll say evaluation end date right here. Make sure you get that done before the evaluation end date. Now, these grades that you assign yourselves in each other are purely temporary. when you've completed both steps, later on in the semester, before I calculate your final grade, I'll go back and give you the full 50 points as long as you completed both steps. So these grades you give yourselves and each other are purely temporary, but I'll leave them up there so you can go back and take a look at the feedback that you give each other. In the next video, I'll show you how to go back and take a look at that feedback. It's a little bit different than the feedback that I give you on rubrics.